Yo, what's going on, you guys? Your boy Pwny Montana, and in this video we are going to be going over the best defense in Madden 25 after the current patch that just dropped that pretty much destroyed a lot of the defenses that a lot of people were running. Now, before I get into it, if you guys are new to the channel, do not forget to hit that subscribe button, like the video, comment down below, and hit that noti bell so you guys never miss an upload. And if you guys got nothing to say, just comment FTA. It stands for the algorithm, and it helps push these videos to more and more people. So if you guys want to get better at Madden, you guys know what to do. Now, defense is somewhat scarce in Madden 25 currently, but I've got the top 3 defenses in the game currently for you guys, and I'm going to explain to you guys why they are the top defenses. Now, before I get into the actual defenses, I do want to preface this by saying these defenses are all-out defenses. What I mean by that is these are defenses that you guys can send an all-out blitz, plus you guys can go ahead and pretty much back people up and actually use coverage. So these are going to be defenses that can stop the run and the pass. There are some dime defenses that are very good in this game, and I will be going over those in a separate video. But for this one specifically, we're just going to be going over one specific defense that one minor change has to happen if you guys are using it, and it's my favorite defense, 3-4 odd. Now, you can find 3-4 odd in a bunch of different playbooks. We're gonna start off with the 3-4 odd, and I'm gonna list all 3 of the best defenses in the game currently. But 3-4 odd, you can find it in all of these playbooks here. Very simple. I am still in the Minnesota Vikings defense because it has all 3 of the best defenses in my opinion, plus one of the best dime defenses as well. And I'll leave that at the end of the video for you guys if you guys want to test out some blitzes out of that. So number 1 defense, 3-4 odd. Number 2 defense, old trusty 4-3-6-1. The cover 4 quarters is still one of the best defense in the game. And you will notice that a lot of people are still rocking this because this was one of the defenses that wasn't really touched in the patch. So you can find the 4-3 even 6-1 in all of these playbooks. And then the last but not least, mid blitz coming out of the nickel 2-4 double mug. This is, again, it'll always be one of the best defenses in the game because of the alignment and the amount of pressure that you guys can garner without actually sending everybody that's on the D line. Now, you can find it in all of these playbooks. There's so many playbooks that you can find double mug in, and that again, the amount of playbooks that you can find a kind of defense is it also attributes to how good of a defense it is in my opinion, because if you can mix and match with different defenses, it just makes certain defenses a lot better. Now, those are the top 3 defenses in the game, but I'm going to be going over the 3-4 odd blitz because there is something that you guys need to know about the change in it, and I'm going to go ahead and call a random play on offense, but this is going to be a defense that's going to work against a blocked running back as well, but there is a slight change to it. So don't want to make this video too long, especially since we're already going over a blitz that we've already gone over for on the channel, and I'll leave a link to the 3-4 odd blitz pretty much down in the description. But there is one minor change that you guys need to know. Now, in that 3-4 odd video, I explained that if you guys want to call man coverage, you need to leave it on default. If you guys want to call zone coverage, go ahead and put your defense on auto alignment. It'll just help you guys out if you guys are playing zone or defense. So again, if you guys are playing man, leave this on default. If you guys are playing zone, put this on base, and then leave your auto flip defensive play call off every single time. That is how you're going to send this blitz, and that is how you're going to get your pressure every single time. Now, for your zone drops, leave them alone. You don't really need to touch them for now. That'll be in a more in-depth video when we're talking about defense, but we're just going to call pinch buck O, and actually we're just going to leave this on the default. Pinch buck O, that is going to be the play. That's going to be your main call every single time that you're coming out in this formation. And the reasoning is because the middle linebacker here comes down and he hovers into the box. So again, it kind of focuses on the pressure up front. So your front 7 looks dangerous and it looks like you're sending pressure every single time. Now, previously, before the patch, you were able to pretty much leave your defense just like this. And actually, the way that I used to run this defense is I actually used to bring out the safety. But as you can see with the new patch, I said the safety. I used to bring out this outside linebacker, but with the new patch, it changed it so you cannot have the linebacker pretty much not in a contained angle. For some reason, EA made it so that he's always going to be in a contained angle if he's out towards the outside of the box. Now, with that being said, they do still blitz in, and sometimes you will get that pressure that absolutely hums, but there is a slight delay in it, and that's why the defense has changed a little bit. Now, because the defense has changed a little bit, it's still the same exact thing, but when they block a running back, you do need to do something different. Now, if they don't block a running back, you can pretty much leave it as is, and you'll end up getting that dual pressure, absolutely screaming in, and it's very, very simple. One of the easiest blitzes, if not the easiest blitz in the game to actually send, because you don't have to do anything. And look, I'm not pressing, I'm not making any kind of adjustments. I'm simply just hovering with my user, and as you can see, we get dual pressure. Now, if they block a running back and you end up doing the same thing, and again, this is going to be the most important part. If they block a running back and you do the same thing, look, I'm hovering over the guard, and as you can see, dual pressure now becomes no pressure at all, and they're able to pretty much get a strike, throw a dot, and you're frustrated. You're like, man, I just got dual pressure every single time, and as soon as they block their running back, are they slide protecting? Are they doing anything crazy to make it so the blitz doesn't come in? No, all I'm doing is simply blocking the running back. Now, the way that you combat this, instead of hovering above the right guard or whichever guard is above the running back, you have to hover above the defensive tackle. And then once the play gets called, instead of crashing out towards where the running back is, you have to crash towards the inside. Now I'm going to showcase this real quick, but I am going to go ahead and bring up the squigglies for this video, because a lot of people like to hover and then crash outwards to guard just in case the running back is going on some kind of route. But for this one specifically, you have to crash in. Now the reasoning for that is because in pinch buck O, typically your user is manned up on the running back. So when the running back is blocking, and they're not IDing the mic on your user here, your user ends up pretty much making the running back focus on you regardless, as long as you're crashing towards the middle, which means that this running back here will do exactly that. He'll crash towards the middle with you. Now, I'm going to showcase it twice. I'm going to showcase it without crashing in. We're trying to get pressure. We get no pressure. Offense is able to throw a strike. That's not what you want. So instead, you need to crash inside. Now I'm going to block the running back one more time, but instead I'm going to take my user, I'm going to hover above the D tackle, and I'm going to crash inside. And as you can see, now that pressure comes in. And now as soon as that pressure starts to come in, your opponent has to account for the defense. Your opponent has to account for the blitz every single time. And this is where you guys go back and watch that 3-4 odd video, the best blitz in the game, best defense in the game. The 3-4 odd video is going to help you guys out, because now as soon as you do that, because again, this is the easiest blitz to set up. Now, as soon as your opponent gets comfortable doing that, that is when you go ahead, and as you can see, nothing changes, and they're going to start blocking their running back and their tight end every single time. And then that's when you guys are going to be able to set up your defense like this and go ahead and have an all out, no pressure, just all out coverage. Go ahead and get your switch stick on, do what it is that you need to do, and nobody ends up open. And then obviously in an actual game, especially in an all Madden game, you will end up getting some kind of pressure and you'll end up sacking the quarterback more oftentimes than not, simply because of them trying to block your blitz is going to result in them not being able to block or pretty much have any type of coverage behind it, especially if you are in zone coverage and your switch stick skills are top tier. This is going to be very, very frustrating for your opponent to deal with, and you're going to end up making them struggle a lot. And that is why, to me, this is one of the easiest blitzes to send, because it's also one of the harder blitzes to block. And it's one of the harder blitzes to prepare for. So if you guys are looking for an easy blitz, this is going to be it. My name is Pwny Montana. Hopefully you guys appreciate this video. I will see you guys in the next one. And as always, 2 fingers, deuces, and peace out, you guys.